This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no one.
a second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin vs. the World, and this time we are doing an anime review. This has been a request for a Sentai release called Love Lab. As you can see, this nice, lovely thing here. This is a Sentai one. Look at the art on this. Now this release, it doesn't have a lot of special features. Clean opening, clean ender. But Roger from the Anime Collectors Facebook group, and if you have not, you should check him out. Let me know if you have an interest. They have some great stuff. Everybody likes to show what's in their collection. You can see some more of mine in that particular Facebook group. But he has asked me to review this, so I went ahead and did so. This I got on one of the mini Sentai sales, probably for about $5. So if you get a chance, and you want to see this, you should wait for a sale. It doesn't look to be out of print anytime soon. And if you're not averse to DVD, you can usually get this at 10 or less pretty easy. So what is it about? Well, this has a kind of a Haganai feel to it. Haganai was this thing about this club of people who they didn't understand how to make friends. But this is about a club of people who really don't have any clue what it's like to be in a relationship and want to learn how. They want to learn how to land a boyfriend and how to treat a boyfriend and all of this. This is kind of more of a girlier version of, I guess, Haganai, not quite as lewd, or not lewd at all. So it stars our main protagonist. Both of them are very popular at the all-girls school. One of them is a protagonist for being wild and kind of crazy, and she has a very rough past. And then the other one is known as the kind of princess type. She is the perfect person. She's never got anything out of line. Her grades are top-notch. She is the student council president. She's right there. But then when our wild person catches the president kissing a pillow, all bets are off, and we get started on the show. So, you got some fun stuff here, and as our group gets together, we get our treasurer, which is your typical kind of Nabiki type, this one up here. You've got our very shy, modest girl, who is the secretary. And then you've got the vice president or former president, who is sort of the average girl who is the kind of bossy type. I would say that her out of all of them has the least personality of the group. So let's talk about the good. This has a good feel to it. It's very entertaining. The episodes go by very quickly. They're easy to follow, and the plot is very straightforward. The opener and ender are very pleasant. I watch them each time. If I don't care for the music, I tend to skip. And I always like the visuals, especially the visuals on the ender, which is a rare for me. But it's just this with her and her body pillow just kind of pleasantly driving along. And it's just very entertaining to see. It has a lot of innocent and fun humor throughout. And I did chuckle and laugh at a couple parts of this. The chemistry of the group is pretty good. I did feel, again, well, I'll talk about that in the negatives. But otherwise, I felt like it was good, the interactions were good, and the story ended at a suitable note. I didn't feel like it had any real lingering loose ends. It could have kept going if it wanted to. It can end if it wants to. It's really up to how much more of this you really want in your life. So the bad, well, I mean, there's nothing particularly special about this, and that shows in this. And I felt like this character here was a waste. I feel like they could have done more to define her personality, make her more of an outstanding character. I think if they had had a little bit more time in episodes, they could have made all the characters fleshed out. They did a fairly decent job of fleshing out the majority of the characters, but these two at the bottom, they might as well be pictured at the bottom because they got the least amount of fleshing out. For her, her quirks stood out enough that she kind of felt fleshed out by the end. But this one, she might as well not have been there. They could have done a little bit more with that. Maybe made her more of an antagonist. Maybe left her as a bad guy. And then towards the end, maybe towards the halfway point, have her go in, and that could define her. Because really and truly, because they put this one and this one together, she just outshone at every turn, which is sad, but still, it's not enough to detract from the series as a whole. This is a reasonably pleasant series, well done, decently animated, and as far as music and so on goes, well done. I would give this series, as a light and entertaining set, a 7 out of 10. It's enjoyable, it's worth checking out, but not worth trying to pay over $20 for. So with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Of course, click that like button if you've enjoyed this. Hit that subscribe. Again, I would love to be able to get to the 200 count or more. And share, because sharing is the caring way. Well, this has been SeptumSin. I hope you've enjoyed our viewing here, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye. I figured I might as well use an anime for our YouTube shout-out since we covered an anime. It's been a while. And that's AniNews. There are very few YouTube channels that do anime news justice. And this is an individual that does a good job. They're knowledgeable, they understand what they're talking about, and they give you a good take as to what's coming out, what's hot now, and what's going on in the industry. So if you're done with Anime America and you want a little bit more ideas of what's going on or what's coming out, you should check out AniNews. AniNews is well worth your time. And though me personally, I admit, I don't try and look into the new stuff. I'll keep up with certain things if I feel like they are of my interest level, but most of its re-releases, I get such a backlog. Look at this. Not all of it, but a lot of this I gotta catch up to. But in any case, check him out. I enjoy it. So will you.